3 years to research, 6 months to design, and a further 17 months to construct. The result is this rather spectacular replica of a 16th century Spanish galleon, the Andalucia. For 300 years, ships like these were the backbone of Spain's trade with the rest of the world, carrying passengers, merchants, and goods. Let's go on board. It seems a horrible cliché to say that you feel like you're getting a glimpse back into another time. But when you step onto the Andalucia, it's really hard to avoid. The detail is remarkable, but what really strikes you is the realism that you only get from use. Since its launch in Spain in November 2009, the Andalucia has sailed virtually every ocean and sea on the earth. And it's that aspect of living history that makes this ship so spectacular. She's navigated the Atlantic, the Pacific, and the Indian Oceans, the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, the South China Sea, the East China Sea, the Aegean Sea, the Bosphorus Straits, the Caribbean Sea, and the entire eastern seaboard of the United States, and all at an average speed of just 7 knots. The quarterdeck hosts the mizzen mast, the steering wheel, the binnacle, and the pilot cabin. It's the deck where the captain and officers made calculations, and from where they commanded the ship. During construction, a completely original and innovative technique was used. The hull and decks were built up in layers of fiberglass, and after that the whole structure was lined with wood. It's the first time this technique was used on a ship over 500 tons intended for ocean sailing. The Admiral Room is used for official functions and ambassadorial receptions. The furniture that you see here are accurate reproductions of that which would have been found on 17th and 18th century galleons. The rest of the noble area consists of 4 cabins and 2 restrooms. Access to this area was only permitted to officers, captains, masters, pilots, and high-ranking passengers. Although all galleons belonging to the fleet of the Indies would sail together, forming groups of 30 or more, and were escorted by warships to protect them, they carried these cannons for their own protection and for the protection of the fleet. These would have been manned and fired by soldiers. The gun deck would also accommodate most of the crew members. Aside from officers, who enjoyed the privileges of cabin accommodation, passengers had to look for any available space on deck where they could keep their belongings and lay out their sleeping mat. 70 to 100 people would sleep in here on their mats or hammocks. Each person had an estimated 16 square foot to inhabit.
Oh, yeah.